Hey, this is Ron Bennington. Let's get disco. And you're listening to my friend, The Chad Duke Show. That's the way, I like it,
You guys are using like $300 microphones. This was $112 on sale.
Yeah, well, Dick's using a $300 microphone that I bought for him that he did everything to try to destroy right before the broadcast went live.
Yeah.
Dick, his mic went live 1 second before 9 o'clock.
I've also had it for 6 months. I think this is the second time I've used it.
So. Oh, my God. A lot of people are becoming members tonight. I have to say thank you to all of them. These are new members of the Chad Duke Show YouTube channel. If you just hang out long enough, you'll get a gifted membership in here. It's kind of the way that it goes. You don't even really have to pay for it. But my new obsession, boys, is people get a gifted membership, and they hate me so much, and they hate the fact that I got it, that they cancel it. And YouTube will actually show me who did it. That's fine. There's 2 names you both would know that I won't say here, but I'll text you afterwards. You'll be like, oh, yes, of course. That makes sense. Oh, boy.
I was going to say you hang around long enough, and eventually John Ragel will become a member.
I hope so. Maybe I'll have to give him a gifted membership. All right, it is Who's That Skinny About tonight. It is the original Big 3, Drab, Dick, and Dukes. We are here. Here's the way that it works. First of all, do you guys want to... Let me see if I can... Do you want to hear that thing again?
What thing?
Did you hear the intro?
It did.
I mean, I don't want to play it again because we'll get claimed because Brian Crane used actual songs in there. But the part where it's like waving his Benjamins around the nightclub, and then there's the Santana laugh. I was like, oh, my God, I've forgotten all about that.
Dude, I had tears in my eyes those entire 2 minutes. I can't believe that was the opening to our show. Thank God I wasn't part of it.
Okay, here's something we're not going to talk about tonight, but we should if we ever do this again.
What?
Bustees is a creep. He's got everything we've ever done, including shit that nobody else has. He's got some 3-minute promo video of Food Stock with a Vengeance, and it's the most douche chilly thing you've ever seen. Like, I didn't realize how awful it was. At the time, I was very proud of it. I don't even want to watch it. I didn't want to put it up in here because I was so fucking embarrassed by the way we were acting and the way we looked. And also the fact there were just hundreds and hundreds of people there. We were fired, I think, maybe days after that.
You know what I think about a lot? We were young. I mean, you guys are a couple years older than me, mid-20s, late 20s, whatever it was. So some of that obnoxiousness could be excused.
What's that word you just said? I'm sorry, I missed that.
Obnoxiousness.
Okay. That's not what you said, but okay.
Could be excused for people our age. But we had so many listeners that were like 50 and 60. I just, like, what was the appeal to them? Looking back, I don't understand it. We were just douchebags.
The show was weird as fuck too. Like, it was super weird. Like that Oscar birthday show where people are jumping up and down on the Drab's on the moon bounce in a fucking Borat mankini. There's a mini horse walking through the house. He's got all of his ancestors in jars on the goddamn piano shelf. Like, I don't know I always shit on the salespeople for not being able to sell us. How do you go to a fucking sponsor? How do you go to Mangino's and say, hey, we want you to give 10% off appetizers if you sponsor this show? Well, what are they doing? Well, here's what they're doing. Like, how would you ever fucking do that?
Yeah. Well, that's probably why that style of radio didn't survive. It was impossible to sell.
You're blaming the style of radio?
Well, guy talk in general is hard to say. You can't explain it. It's very hard to explain to someone who doesn't already get it.
I mean, I don't think it's that hard. It's just like it's
sports radio. Okay, sports radio, easy. Oh, they're going to talk about the Commanders for 24/7. All right, I want to be a part of that.
This is the rap I gave you 10 years ago when they flipped the format. If you're going to sit here and educate me because you've been getting CK Sanka for fucking 5 years, I'm not going to stand for it, Drab.
I'm not educating you. I'm educating the couple dozen people.
Oh, okay. All right. I think you're telling Smokehan. You need to educate Smokehan about how to get some lighting in that fucking dungeon.
Yeah, that would be helpful. I brought ring lights, too. I just didn't connect them. You know what I love about the when you went to that guy's house, or was it Oscar? No, it was when the home invasion was. I was thinking, yeah. I got it mixed up. Was that Dane slept through the whole thing?
Hey, go ahead, Dukes. Well, he got all fucking hammered on the bus, and then he slept in that easy chair the entire time. Woke up refreshed, ready to party, and we'd been there for 6 hours. And Hellbelly had almost gotten killed by the ATV.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what was that ATV story? I kind of forget about. I just know there was almost a life-altering moment on a four-wheeler.
That guy had motorcycles and ATVs, and we took the busload of listeners to his house, and we were playing volleyball, and we were playing flag football, and I remember Big Hog Todd jumped in the pool, even though the pool was like 30 degrees, and Hellbilly came wheeling by on the fucking ATV, and we're all just standing there, and it's like one of those
Everyone's hammered.
Blackout drunk. And it's like one of those TikTok videos you see now where like a bunch of necks just plow into a bunch of assholes.
Mm-hmm.
It was by the grace of God nobody got killed. That was a station sanctioned event, by the way. What we
It
did.
would never happen. How did that get past legal?
And do you remember we were supposed to go there and watch The Departed? Like that was the gimmick, is we go there, watch The Departed, and then leave. We didn't go inside once. We were just fucking hammering drinks outside and wrestling. There was so much wrestling going on for some reason.
So it was a listener contest about who should host us at their house, who could entertain us, and they called in and listed everything that they could,
provide.
All their toys, basically.
Yeah.
And it was some
That was another guy.
What?
That was another guy. He was way older than us.
And he was in Western Maryland, and he owned 13 acres. It was fucking amazing.
I remember listening to that. I actually listened to that like 2 or 3 years ago, and they.
That's creepy, Dick.
I know. Well, it was when you guys were not on the air anymore, so I was going through all this stuff.
By the way, that's still going on. We're still not on the air anymore.
Well, okay. I do remember because it was funny because you were guys like, we're just gonna go to a regular guy's house. We're just gonna invade his house, no problem. And then like 3 or 4 people called in, and then that guy called in with everything that he had, and you're like, nope, we're going there. Like that sounds a lot more fun.
I gotta say, I spent much of my career shitting on people from Maryland, but I have a lot in common with a lot of people that live in Western Maryland. We chew a lot of the same fucking dirt.
That's more your speed out there.
It really is. Certainly more my speed than like, Del Rey or fucking, Loudoun County. It's just fucking get out there with all the necks and shooting guns off in the air. Wile E. Coyote. What is it? It's not Wile E. Coyote. God damn it. I got to take my alpha brain. What is his name? Yosemite Sam.
Fudd?
Yeah. Oh, Yosemite Sam. Clown. And man, if you don't mind, please. All right. So if we get a $50 super chat, usually Jester pounds of beer, but neither one of you guys can drink for shit. So what I've decided to do tonight is I have a guest as well. Ant-Man will blow vape smoke all over me whenever we get a $50 super chat. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So here's the format. Let me set this up. We don't have a format. I've got a couple of video clips here I thought we could talk about. We know Dick is a treasure trove of Big O and Duke's information. But basically, you don't have to. You're going to see some heavy hitters in here. But if you want to throw a $5 super chat, whatever, you got a question, comment, or query about the past, present, or future of Big O and Duke's, that's what we're going to do until we don't get any more, and then we'll fucking go on with our lives like we have been for the past. Well, Dick has not been, clearly. He listened to the home invasion 3 weeks ago.
I've been waiting for this for 12 years. It's so sad.
Yeah, but think about this, Dick. Like, if you're a St. Louis Rams fan, you're like, oh, man, I can't wait for the greatest show on turf. And then they finally give St. Louis another franchise, and then that franchise is going back to the Super Bowl. It would be like if they said, all right, we don't have Kurt Warner, Dick, so you're our quarterback, and you're going to lead us to a championship.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't get my cleats tied until 1 second before game time.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I did text Drabby about one conspicuously absent member of Big O and Dukes tonight. Maybe we could talk about that. But if someone's going to super chat about it, I don't want to step on their fucking toes. So, here we go, man. I need a big fucking strawberry shortcake over here. What is the flavor tonight, may I ask? Oh, God, it's Caribbean Punch flavored vape smoke, boys. Oh. This makes me fucking ill. I can't even explain to you the fake smell of it.
This is Caribbean Punch as well.
I'm going to Caribbean.
Is that the most popular flavor?
No, I don't know why you always have that.
Does it fucking dissipate? Oh, wow. Thank you, Jeff.
This is Pineapple Express flavor.
That's a terrible movie. Oh, thank you, Jeffrey Delps. How do you ingest that?
Didn't we do like 10 segments on that dumb movie?
What?
Pineapple Express.
Oh, I hated it. Everyone else thought it was fucking half-baked. I fucking thought it was the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
Oh, man.
Who wants to read Super Chats? Drab, are you up for it?
Yeah. Jeff Nelms says, I would love another snack and soda.
All right, so what you have to do, Drab, is the way you read Super Chats is Jeff Nelms, thank you for the $49.99 Super Chat. He says, I would love another snack and soda. That would be the way that it goes.
Thank you for the $49.99.
A girthy one like that. I I take personal offense to this, Jeff, not the super chat, but this bullshit, because I know you're lying. Because Drab and I, Santana went on one of his many vacations, and Drab and I did a full episode of as Snack and Soda, and it got squadoosh from the listening audience. Nobody gave a fuck. Nobody remembered it. And we got nothing but horrible feedback, if not crickets.
Nobody downloaded it. We got zero interaction on social media. In fact, that was the death of Snack and Soda. They will never be brought back.
I hate them.
Yeah,
I want them dead. I know they're probably in a shallow grave in Grand Rapids, Michigan somewhere.
And there wasn't like an excuse for time either. I think you guys did that like the first year of the podcast, and people were still like, it was a while ago, I think.
You forget, Dick Smocan. Drab and I did Snack and Soda on WJFK. We did that show on the fucking radio, which I still don't understand.
How many times did we do that? It was like a Sunday night at 7 p.m.
I think it was like twice, maybe at the most. And then we sold the shirts and
right before the.
Well, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Right before the BDK movie show, I think.
Yeah. Well, he did better than Snack and Soda did. Jesus Christ. I don't turn on Fox Business and see Snack and Soda doing a fucking show.